use my old phone as my table clock to keep time on track on time. So I use my old mobile phone for this. I don't have a table clock or any clock in my room. Just this phone. Okay, so before starting with my video, I have a little disclaimer saying this is not a show off video because I don't really think I have anything to show off. It's just the things I feel important to be on my desk, and I realize it over a period of time, not at once. Like whatever I feel like using, which I feel like being very important and having it right behind my place. So I don't know कि ये आपको important लगते हैं या नहीं, but if there's something which is slipping from your mind and which might get important for you, or which could make your preparation and work little or more easier and comfortable, it would be great. So now we can start with the video. So okay, so the very first thing I'm gonna start up with are my books I have nearby me and purposely on my desk, because as you might know that I'm preparing for banking and states and also for the civils exams. And if you want to know why I am preparing all of them at once, I have a certain reason, and if you want to know that why I'm doing that, you can just let me know. I can tell you the whole story. And so these are the public books which I always need. Like banking, we need to study 3 subjects. 2 of them I always have on my desk. The one is reasoning and other are maths. For the states exam, I preferred of putting the books which I have the agenda of reading this week or the next week. Depends on my plan, which subject I'm going to take up. So these books keeps on changing, and if you want to know which book I use for which subject, you can also tell me that in the comment section. It's open to you to let me know anything you want. Other thing which I just removed was this zipper. I prefer putting a zipper rather than a water bottle because I sip, and I think I drink more water while sipping than having a glass of it at once, because it's just I'm reading and sipping. It's totally up to you what you feel comfortable with. You feel comfortable with a glass of water, it's okay. If you feel comfortable with the water bottle, it's okay. If you feel comfortable with the zipper, it's okay. This I bought a long time ago, so I don't actually remember its price. I'm sorry for that. If you want me to, I'll find a link of this and put in the description box below. If you like to buy it, you can. Next thing what I have are the sticky notes. I love sticky notes. I write a lot of things on them. Whatever I feel like writing, putting it, making a flags for my book. I've written environment and ecology. I must be doing something on this, or my writing notes to stick this on. So I have these long sticky notes, these square sticky notes, and these notes which I use for flags and highlighting something. Mostly I use them for putting outside, so I could write what's on this page. I do this. These are the papers I use as a flashcard. These are not actual flashcards. ये मैंने बनाया था A4 शीट को 4 blocks में divide करके I made this because I don't feel like investing my money on something I can make at home. So I didn't buy it. I just make this from A4 sheets I use for writing notes. Other thing I have in this is the softboard pens. I use these pens to stuck papers on, like what everyone does with it. Okay, next. Okay, so if you're wondering which, I don't know if you're wondering or not, but if you're wondering which box is this I used to put all of this stuff at one place, is the box for my watch. इसमें मेरी watch आई थी. So, or even you can use a mobile phone box, anything. It's just a stupid box. The only purpose was कि ये सारी चीज़ें एक जगह पे रहे. It should not be scattered around, so it's solving my purpose, and that's it I wanted to do. So I don't have to buy this box for putting this thing. And you can also do that. Everyone buys phone. And now coming a bit behind, I can show you is the syllabus. Is the civil and state exam syllabus. I hanged it there because I don't feel like कि मैं अपने रूम की पूरी वॉल या अपना टेबल पूरा इसको स्टिक कर दूँ. Doesn't make sense to me, so I stick it there. I can flip it around if I want to read, or I can just clip it out. Like I can just remove it and put out here and read whenever I want to. Whenever I want to go through the syllabus, because the syllabus is very vast and I can't memorize it. So it's there. When I find need of it, I do that. Other important thing and my loved thing is this diary. Like it is always being told and it's always been suggested by every other one that you should have a to-do list. You should have a diary where you can maintain your plan, where you can write down what you have to do for the day or anything like you feel like writing. So now moving on, I have this book. This is 26 years UPSC prelims books. It is a very common thing. If you're preparing for any of the exams, you go through your previous syllabus, previous question papers from last 10 years or 20 years, whatever you feel comfortable with. You look to them before starting your preparation or while doing your preparation. So this is an important book for me, for being on the side of my table whenever I'm preparing or looking for the questions, type of question being asked. So this should be there for preparing for the prelims, and this could be for any of the exams, not only the civils. It could be for any exam. Moving further. Okay, so I have my laptop on my desk. I wouldn't say that this is a very important thing you need to have for your preparation, because whatever you do on a laptop you could do on your phone these days, so it's not very important to have, but मेरे पास है, so I use it for my studies. all the time rather than using my phone, because phone gives you a lot of notifications, which is not very helpful while preparing for any exam. So I prefer, while I'm studying, I study on this rather than on my phone, because phone makes me wander around different things except the studies. So this is the only purpose for this. And I always keep a earphone along with it, the wired one or any one, but I keep a earphone along with it, because I don't study on, if I'm watching any video or anything for my studies, I don't prefer to disturb anyone, and I mostly study at night, so I need it. Carrying on. Our pens are beloved pens. So, this is not an important thing, it's just, I love this dangler, so this is on my desk. This is nothing to do with your preparation, it's just for the sake of me. So these are the pens. If you want me to show it to you, I have sketch pens for putting headings, markers for highlighting. This is it in this box, and a ruler. This is it for this box. And this is my pens. Not very expensive one. 10 rupees pen. This is a brush pen. I use it for sometime highlighting and sometime for putting up headings. These are gel pens. These are normal pens I used to write, because I love to write, so I just prefer having a lot of pens around me. I do have a lot of pens, not very expensive ones, but I do. And also, this is the mug I use as my pen stand, which my mother bought for me when I was in 11th or 12th standard. Right now I'm doing my master's, so this is a long way back mug which my mother bought for me for having milk before we go to school. So now I don't drink milk in this mug, obviously. So this I use for putting my pens. I don't like, you have to just put your pens. You can put it in a glass, you can put it in a pencil box, you can put it in a mug. Why do you need a pen stand then? And if you're wondering, I have two. This is just 20-30 rupees. What would I say? Bucket or something my mother bought for kitchen, and it was a spare one, so I put some sketch separating my pens. So the next thing I have this stand. This is a laptop cum a book stand. This is not, I don't consider it to be a very important thing, but it is making my life a bit easier, because when I am studying from laptop and I have to look in a book, I don't have to change my, what could you say, eye direction. I don't have to look up and down while working on a laptop or studying on a laptop. I put my book like this, and it makes my work a bit easier. And if I'm not studying from the book, it was about to fall down. Okay, so when I'm not studying from a book, I can put my laptop in this direction, which makes it easier to type and giving less stress to my back, because I have a problem of lower back pain. So it makes easier for me to be straight while typing. Also, I don't have to bend down. This is the purpose for this stand, so it's important for me. And if you have any of the problem regarding to your back or something, because lower back pain is something which I don't think has any consideration with the age. It just happens. I don't know how, but it happens to me. Other thing I have is this study lamp, because I like studying at night, as I told you. So it just, I have my study lamp for that. इसके लिए मैं क्या ही बताऊँ कि क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट हो सकता है. मेरे लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है because it increases the light in the room and it gives lesser stress to your eyes, so you should have one. And at night it's very useful. You don't have to keep the light on of your room. It just does your purpose. Okay, so now coming to this stand. This is also not what I bought. This is a leftover shelf which I bought. Like, I bought a bookshelf, like this is detachable, and it's a very cheap one. Like, it was around 1700. मैंने एक बुक शेल्फ खरीदी थी, तो that was a 3-layer bookshelf from which I didn't need one layer, so this was a leftover for me, so I used it to make my side hanging rack kind of a thing, because these are the very important diaries. This is a kind of a general for me. I mean, there's a lot of diaries I don't use them all, but I do use them. This is for my reasoning, this is for my maths, this is for my YouTube work and all other things. So this is the shelf I made for putting up my diaries. Okay, so this is my green tea. I wouldn't say this is important, but this is what I prefer to drink at night when I'm studying. Punching machine इसमें तो क्या ही बताना है, मतलब I make notes on A4 sheets, so I make hole in that. Now I can tell you one more thing which is handmade. This is a paper rack I made, and this is an handmade thing because I made it from Amazon courier boxes. Like, जो भी मेरे Amazon का कुछ भी product आता है, there's a box of one of them, and I cut it through and I made a paper stand. Like, I put my writing board here, my clipboard. This is my notes. I write notes like this, and I put it in a file. If you want to look into my files and my books I have, just let me know. Whatever the loose notes or loose paper I put during I'm doing some work, I put into that, and that's why I made it. That's why I wanted it. So now other thing I have nearby my desk is this Constitution of India chart. I like studying polity and I like studying about Constitution, so this is always be on my side. This is a monthly calendar which I used to put myself on track, how many days of the month are left and how much course I have to cover. These are some maths formulas. Like, if you have seen my previous video, I'm very bad at maths, so I keep on doing these kind of things. So this was it about telling what is on my study table, work table, or nearby it, which make my life a bit easier while preparing for exams. And I have talked a lot for the day, so I should sip some water, and I would advise you to keep hydrated. I'm sorry, I started to fumble out of thirst, so you should keep yourself hydrated. Drink a lot of water, no matter it's winter or summer. You should keep yourself hydrated. So with this health tip, that's that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I hope some of the things around my table would remind you of having it for yourself and make your study preparation a bit comfortable and help you crack your exams. So if you do like it, if you like it, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel and comment down below, and also share it with your friends. Maybe if not you, it might be useful for your friends. So take care of them and yourself. See you soon. Bye bye. And yeah, one thing I forgot to mention. I use my old phone as my table clock to keep track on time. So I use my old mobile phone for this. I don't have a table clock or any clock in my room, just this phone.